Hello everyone, this is MJ, and you are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel is where we talk fiction, friends, and fun. Today, it's been a minute, let's do a wrap-up for May. And remember, before we get started, I filmed this yesterday after I did my PAX video, and no, I can't release it because it's just, you could see the tears in my eyes, you can see all that stuff. So I said, I'm going to wake up early and I'm going to refilm. So here I am. All right, so let's go through May. I read more than I thought I did, to be honest with you. May seems like it was so long ago, but I'm telling you, when you go back to the beginning of the month and you're looking at like, what you read, you're like, gosh, it feels like I read that last year. So let me get in my Goodreads. So many 5-star reviews this month. So many. I don't think I've ever had a month with so many 5-star reviews. Like legit, no joke. I highly recommend all of these 5 stars. Okay, got my Goodreads open. Let's dive in. First thing that I finished was Whalefall. Whalefall is written by Daniel Kraus. That was an ARC, and that is going to be released in August of this year. The expected publication date is August 8th. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. My review on Goodreads. If you don't follow me on Goodreads, it's in my banner on my channel homepage. You could click on it, and it'll take you right to me. You can follow me if you want. My review says, what a story! It's like nothing I've ever read before. A fantastic epic journey of hope, family, purpose, adventure, and new beginnings. The story grips you from the beginning and pulls you into the environment immediately. You are present in the story. Highly recommended. Trigger warnings for suicide. Okay, so yeah, absolutely loved it. The cover is what drew me in on this book. Fantastic. Then we read... Debbie Harry Face It. This is her autobiography. I did the physical and also the audiobook, mostly the audiobook because she narrates it. The physical book is just gorgeous. Look at those end pages. It's just punk rock. And there are so many photos of Debbie. And what she does is she actually collects fan art. And it is just, look at this one. Lovely. Kids, adults, whatever. Aww. Very cool. But there's a lot of photos of her in here with celebs. There's a lot of her famous epic photos that you know through time. I mean, what a stunner. She is very candid about her experience growing up, her experience being the female lead in a rock band that didn't take no for an answer, that really kicked ass. Highly recommended if you love music, if you love Debbie Harry, if you love the 80s, if you love the 70s, if you love that whole vibe. Wonderful. And she's got a few chapters in there that just blew me away. Really, really good. Debbie got 5 stars out of me. Really good. Okay, next I read Monstrilio. This is by Gerardo Samano, Cordova. This is a cute little fun horror book. I gave Monstrilio 5 stars. This book, let me get into my, this is my review, basically short and sweet. I absolutely love this book from beginning to end and did not want it to end. So, Monstrilio is a story about parents whose son passes away at a very young age. The mother hears a story that if you take a piece of them and feed it, it may grow. So she does this. She opens him up and takes a piece of his lung, puts it in a jar and starts feeding it. And we've got a little critter. The little critter grows up and he develops and it becomes Monstrilio. And the way that the story progresses with regards to the family is fascinating. So we have I believe it's 4 perspectives. We have the mother, the father, the friend, and Monstrilio. And the story is told from their viewpoint. We have relationships, we have family, we have communication, we have sexuality. We have a lot of different issues that are brought forth to the table. And it was completely enjoyable. I loved it. It was just really good. Trigger warnings in this: animal welfare. Monsterleo is hungry. A little bit of violence. Yeah, I would leave it at that. But highly recommended. 5 stars. Completely underrated in my opinion. Next.
Hello everyone, this is post-production MJ. I forgot one book. It was a puppet Scorned by Jamie Kort. I'll put a picture here. And I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was a different type of horror book. I had a lot of craft terminology and knitting and needles and yarn. And it was original, it was different, and I actually enjoyed it. So if you want to read something different, or if you're into any of that stuff, check it out.
It was a short story by Cassandra Khaw called Don't Turn on the Lights. It was what I needed to get back into more horror. I had a Cassandra Khaw book mailed to me through a subscription box, and I needed a palate cleanser because Nothing But Blackened Teeth was not a great read for me. And I really wanted to go into this author again with like a renewed sense, a renewed perspective, and this story did it for me. Short, sweet, powerful. It was fantastic. I gave it 5 stars. And literally, it's like 15 minutes long. Next. Sleep Donation by Karen Russell. I really wanted to love this book. This is science fiction. And I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Here's my review. I wanted to love this book, but something was missing for me. Gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Original concept, but something was lacking in the execution. Still recommended for any lover of science fiction. And that holds true. The story is that there is a sleep crisis. There is an insomnia epidemic, and people are struggling. And there are sleep donors that donate their sleep to help with this epidemic. And there is a baby that's involved that is like, I equate it to almost like a type O blood. Their sleep can go to anyone. It's like a miracle child. There's another patient, another donor that donates a nightmare. And the nightmare transmutes like a virus into different people. So, it could be any type of nightmare that you would, have, like monsters, news, whatever's going on in the world. And this nightmare goes through a lot of people. And there's a little bit of a conspiracy. There's a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a mystery. There's a lot in this book, but just how it played out wasn't really what I expected or what I wanted. So I gave it 3, and I think I gave it 3.5 out of 5. Yeah, 3.5 out of 5 stars for Sleep Donation. But I'm still a fan of Karen Russell, and I have one more of her short story collection that I'm going to dive into sometime over the summer. But still highly recommended if you're a science fiction fan. Give it a try. Okay, then we did Psycho. Psycho was an audiobook, short audiobook. Never listened to it before, never read the book, never read Robert Bloch before. The narration was like the best part, the absolute best part. It was fantastic. 5 stars for Psycho. Fantastic, creepy, dramatic, suspenseful. An audiobook with a fabulous narrator. From 2014, the production, and it was narrated by William Hootkins. Simply amazing. The parts that he does for Norman's mother, out of this world. Out of this world. Just really enjoyable, good, off the chart. Highly recommend. And it's short too. It's only like 3 hours long. All right. Then we've got The Salt Grows Heavy by Cassandra Khaw. This is the other book that I needed to dive into. This was a 5-star read for me. This was epic. This type of book, which is nice and short and sweet, is filled with so many layers of environment, mood. The language just envelops you in this dark embrace. I don't know how else to describe it, but I finished it and it makes me want to read it again. Let me read you my review. This was a 5-star read for me. Amazing, atmospheric, descriptive, lush, organic, filled with some violent delights. This is quite a jam-packed little book. A blend of fantasy, folklore, and horror that reminds me of a dark fairy tale gone wrong. This one is absolutely worth a second read in the future, and that's The Salt Grows Heavy by Cassandra Khaw. Really, really good. Fascinating read. Highly recommended. If you want something different. If you want to like finish it and then be like, whoa, what did I just read? That's that kind of book. Then I read The Lottery by Shirley Jackson, the short story. Fantastic. 4 out of 5 stars. I didn't know anything about The Lottery going into it. I mean, I heard things. People said, ooh, don't spoil it, don't spoil it. But it was really well written. It was really well done. The book is The Lottery and other short stories, and I'm going to dip into that to get into more short stories in the future. Is it right here? Okay, here's The Lottery. That's the book that was sent to me by a wonderful subscriber and fellow booktuber, Christopher Evenstar. Thank you so much again. Really, I mean, Shirley Jackson, she's worth the hype. I don't know what else to say. All right, next. The Fall of the House of Thomas Weir. I don't think I have that book around me. Okay. Fall of the House of Thomas Weir. And this is by Andrew Neil Macleod. This was sent to me by the author. And I went into this with an open mind. It's historical fiction with an occult vibe. There is some mystery. There are some twists. There are a lot of things being thrown at you in this book. It didn't, for me, my perspective, my experience, it just didn't gel with me. There was something off. I don't know if it was the timing. I don't know if it was just the historical piece, but it wasn't a read that I loved. Okay, it wasn't. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. Would I recommend it to others? Yes, 100%. Because I think this type of book is meant for a different type of reader, not me. Not all books are meant for all readers. Let's get that straight. Not all books are going to be 5 stars from me. It's based on my perspective, my experience, and this for me, it was okay. But I struggled with it. I was waiting for more things to happen. I was waiting for more excitement, I guess, and I just didn't, it fell a little flat for me. So let me read you my review. For lovers of historical fiction with a dash of supernatural flair, this book is well executed, but unfortunately was not meant for this particular reader. Simply not my cup of tea, but it might be yours. Still recommend it to others. The Fall of the House of Thomas Weir. And I think this is one in a series. All right. Then, Such Sharp Teeth. Werewolf audiobook. Fantastic. Woman gets attacked. She thinks it's a bear. It's not a bear. It's a wolfie. And she starts going through the change. And she starts going through the change once a month when the full moon comes out. And it is well done. The characters are fantastic. It shows her dealing with these changes, trying to explain to her family what's going on, trying to make light in the world, trying to explain to her boyfriend or future boyfriend, potential boyfriend, what's going on. Really, really enjoyable. I equate it to Grady Hendrix, My Best Friend's Exorcism, but instead of an exorcist or an exorcism, let's make it a werewolf. And instead of the friends, let's throw family in there. It does not take place in the 80s. It takes place in modern time, but there are a lot of cultural references that really do dial it in. And it's just well done. I really enjoyed it. Then we went back to back with another wolf book, and this is Wolf Moon by David Irons, my new favorite. And 5-star read. Oh, did I tell you what I gave Such Sharp Teeth? Hold on. Such Sharp Teeth was a 5-star read. All right. And then Wolf Moon was also a 5-star read. And it was just fantastic. Oh, gosh, I love this book. My review says, what a fun ride of a book. Perfect summer reading for any fan of science fiction mixed with horror, completely and utterly enjoyable. You have a little bit of violence. You have a little bit of mystery. You have a little bit of camaraderie. It's this group of misfits that come together to work on this job. The job is to go to basically mine silver and bring it back. Well, while they're mining, they receive a distress call, and they go to rescue this person, and he's not right. They try to fix him up, and they're in for a surprise. Just good. It gives me Aliens vibes. If you like Aliens the movie, that's the second one, you will love this book. Love it. Perfect for summer Friday night reading. Oh, and that's it. Okay, and that was it for the month of May. Oh, and then, okay, so Horror Mayhem, we had to do like short stories and all. So we have, I read one or two stories out of Eyes, Guts, Throat, Bones. This is a book I picked up in England. This is available in the UK. I don't believe it's available in the States yet. This is by Moira Fowley. Very dark, a little on the disturbing side, very atmospheric. Enjoyable, completely enjoyable. And then I also dipped into Josh Malerman's upcoming novellas. It's a short story, novella collection. Believe there's 4 in the book. And it is Spin a Black Yarn. The first 2 stories, fantastic. Really, really good. Each has a different vibe. The second story really gave me like the heebie-jeebies. Really good. And that comes out, I believe, in August, Okay, and that was my reading month. And those 2 short story books I have not finished because they're short stories, so I just dipped into them. But I am planning on sticking with them to complete them. Spin a Black Yarn was available on NetGalley for review. All right, so again, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you had an awesome reading month. I hope you are joining in for June on the Range or whatever BookTube events that you're participating in June. Summer reading is here. Get outside. And everyone, I hope you have a fantastic day. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I will see you in my next video, whether that be sooner or later. So until next time, everyone, goodbye for now.